Are we filming? Yes. Just excuse me for one moment, because I've been out to collect yet another parcel, and I'm just keeping my jacket on because it is just so cold in the UK. Torrential rain, and we've got some more storms coming, and I don't know. Global warming. We've reached, apparently the newspapers say today that we've reached that monumental 1.5 degrees increase since the Industrial Revolution, beyond which we're in a bit of a pickle, a bit of a problem, and we've reached it. It's been announced today. So I'm keeping my jacket on for the moment. Okay, so what have we got here? Before I open this, this is well. Let me just show you what I bought. Okay, so I have bought no fewer than, and these the reason I bought these is not because of the quality or what they look like. These are just purely for use around the house, as it were, in the office, in the studio. But these are the cheapest fountain pens I could buy with a piston action. So you can, rather than use them as dropper pens or cartridges, or put in the converters to make them fillable from a bottle of fountain pen ink, these already have the plungers. Now, I don't know whether they're going to be good or not, but they are purely because there's 16 of them here, and as you can see, I mean, I've got loads all over the place. But the thing is, let me move that away. Okay, the reason I bought these was because they were just over £1 each, which is amazing, isn't it? Probably made in China, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm rigging up a test bench for ink testing, where I'm using these cheap Papermate pens as dropper pens. So I take the strip it down, and this one's got a cartridge in because I'm actually using it as an EDC pen. But essentially I can put a few drops of each ink that I have and test them using, crucially, the same pen. But these are not really good for writing. These are on in my testing rig, if you like. But I have basically, I've got even more mint inks coming in over the next few days. So I've got quite a few, probably about 20 of these cheap pens, but these are slightly more expensive than these. It doesn't matter what they look like, but I just needed a whole stash of cheap fountain pens with the pistons, so that I could test, because I don't actually know how many inks I have, but there's a lot, and I'm just in for a penny and in for a pound, as they say. But okay, so this is what we got. Let me put it in this camera. This is what we got, and they're going to be probably, are these unscrewable like that? Ah, good. I like that. Just a matter of interest, I know this is a mail time, but let's just fill one and let's just do it. I'm going to use some diamine writer's blood. I'm not going to do anything. They're just straight off, presumably, the production line. Let's just see the piston. Okay, so I'm just going to draw some blood, draw some of this diamine writer's blood. So, okay, are we getting some in? Yes, we are. So, there we go. So, let's just clean that up a little bit. In fact, I'm going to use this one because this has got more ink on. Okay, so we have it. And let's put the cap on, because I have yet to knock over some ink, but there's always a first time. So I'm going to move that to one side. And let's just see. Let's just see if it works. I suppose it will work, but let's just... writer's blood. As you can see, over the last day or so, I've been testing different inks, as you can see. Some in different pens. This seems to be quite a fine nib. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look and see. But it's finer than others. I've got one here that is probably. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, so this one, which is a Jin Hao. That is this one here. So it looks like a medium-ish nib. This one is a finer nib, but you know, it works. It absolutely works. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. So they have different colours. I'm going to just put the labels on, like this one, so that I know what's going to happen. And when I start writing with them, and I'm just going to put them in a coffee mug or whatever. And so I'm going to have them randomly around the house with different inks. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I write notes, I mean, I've really got into this. I've really got into this sort of habit, and I think it's a good habit, at least for me. It's a bit of fun. But when I write in my journal, or when I'm writing in my to-do list, or I have this book literally crammed with ideas, and I like to use different inks so that they stand out. There is some differentiation or difference between each set of notes. I like that. And this is just a fascination for me. This whole ink thing, which as you're aware, I've only just got into, and it is a bit of a rabbit hole because these 16 fountain pens are not the only ones I bought over the last few hours. I bought a really interesting one that's on its way now, that cost the equivalent of more than 60 of these. First, if you exclude Kawakos, which are about between £20 and £25, they've gone up over the last few years, a few pounds, but that's inflation for you. But what's coming is a very, very interesting pen indeed, which I will share with you soon. Looking forward to it. I've got some other things as well coming, but I'm digressing because I just want to say, at least for the moment, thanks very much for watching. Until my next video, goodbye.